Hello and welcome back to another one of my FPL videos, where in this video I'm going to be showing you my team selection ahead of Game Week 11. Now I'm pretty content on how my team is set up for Game Week 11. It's what I planned when I did obviously the wildcard a few weeks ago, and it looks pretty decent to be fair. There's one player I'm not 100% certain of. He might not play at the weekend, so I'm just waiting. I'm going to have to wait really, probably at the end. Hopefully I'll find out a bit sooner of news whether he'll play. If not, I probably will make the one transfer that I do have this game and bring somebody else in. But apart from that, the rest of my team I'm pretty satisfied with, if I'm being honest. But before obviously we go through any of that, we're going to look back on Game Week 10 and see how my team got on. So as you can see on screen anyway, I scored 74 points overall, which was pretty decent to be fair. Gave me a nice little green arrow. Definitely take that. Really happy with that. It puts me now just over the top 100k, so this good start does continue. Hopefully it does continue to the end of the season, because towards the end I usually just fail miserably. But anyways, good start, 74 points, really happy with that. So let's go through that team then. So in goal, I went for Areola ahead of Turner. Weren't much in it though, it was only 1 point, and I'm not going to lie, I was disappointed with Areola. When you see West Ham got Everton at home, you're thinking that'd be a 2-3-0 win easily. No, they lost 1-0. I couldn't believe it. He did get a save point, which is why he ended up with 3 points, but I can't lie, I'm just disappointed. I expected better. Turner, on the other hand, I weren't expecting anything from him. He had Liverpool, so I was expecting anyway 2-3-4-0. It was 3-0 overall, and he also did get a save point, but yeah, at least I got the goalkeeper scored more points. In the defence then, Matty Cash up first. Can't lie, I've got to be happy with those 5 points, ain't I? It comes off in the 78th minute or something like that, and then like 5 minutes later, Aston Villa concede, and whoever had, let's say, Luca Dean on the other side as well, they completely lost their clean sheet point. So got away with that one, didn't I? So thankfully, 5 points there. He did get a yellow card though, that's why it was 5 instead of 6, but I'll definitely take that. Whereas Kieran Trippier, oh, my man Kieran Trippier, the guy has been absolutely smashing it out of the park for me since I got him. He finally comes out with a blank, which was disappointing to be fair. I thought Newcastle would win that game, but no, they didn't. They drew. It's 2 draws now on the bounce. Wolves aren't exactly the most attacking team normally, so for them to score 2 goals, I was pretty surprised about, but I just have to take it. He conceded 2 goals, got a yellow card, so got nothing overall, but he's been so good for me so far since I got him. I can't say anything bad about him really. And then my final defender, I took out Pedro Porro last week, and I brought in Simicast. Got lucky with that one to be fair, because if you watch the Spurs game, they were just about to win. What was it, 2-0, looking comfortable, and you're looking at the bonus points, and Pedro Porro was on for bonus points, so he was going to outscore Simicast. Thankfully, Crystal Palace did get that last minute goal, and those bonus points were wiped off, as was his clean sheet. So that transfer worked out a real treat for me. Simicast, I was 100% confident he was going to start against Forest, and I was confident they're getting a clean sheet. Both of those things happened. I was praying that he'd get an assist, didn't happen that, but I'll definitely take those 6 points. Then on my bench I had Dan Burn, like Trippier, also got 0 points, so thankfully I didn't go for double Newcastle again, because that would have been frustrating. And then Taylor for Burnley, could not believe that he scored when he did against Bournemouth. When I saw it come up, I went, I don't believe it. He's my 3rd sub as well. If only he was my 1st sub, he would have come on. So yeah, missed out on those precious 6 points there. But the chance of him doing that again this season, I don't think he'll score again this season. So there's not a chance that I'm going to be moving him into my starting lineup next week, put it that way. With my midfield then, so I did actually have Luis Diaz in my starting lineup for obvious reasons. I thought Forest was going to be a nice fixture for him, but due to circumstances, which is sad really, he didn't play. Hopefully, everything for him gets sorted and he'll be playing again soon. So then that did mean Bruno Fernandes had to come into my team, and I've got to be grateful that I got 1 point from him, because it was quite clear that he wanted to get sent off in that game against Man City. It was quite embarrassing to watch. So yeah, I just have to take that 1 point. But unfortunately now it means he's now 1 yellow card away from a suspension. And the whole reason why I've still got Bruno Fernandes is because he's got 3 great fixtures coming up. And if he gets suspended after this next game coming, it'll be really frustrating for me because I think the easier fixture is not game week 11 but game week 12. But we'll have to see what happens there. But yeah, just 1 point from Bruno. I got 7 points from Douglas Luiz, which I was really happy with because obviously Diaby scored for Villa, which is frustrating for me because I don't have him. But to get Douglas Luiz, who I only brought in this team just because I had a certain amount of money, and for the price of player I wanted, I figured he's on penalties, I may as well have him. I knew Bruno had Man City, so I figured, you know what, Aston Villa, I've got Luton. If they get a penalty, which I thought was highly likely, or a good chance anyway, then he could get a goal. That didn't happen, but he did get me assist, and he got me a couple of bonus points on top of that. So, really, to be fair, I was really happy that he got me 7 points. So, buzzing about that. Saka, he was my second transfer in, so I brought him in for James Maddison. Both of them got the exact same points. Both of them got 6 points overall. So, I mean, you could say, well, I didn't need to make that transfer, but in order for me to have got Saka in, I needed to make my second transfer and downgrade Poro for Simicast. So it did actually work out for me this game week. So I'll definitely tell you that. So it would have been nice for him to score the hat-trick and not Nketiah. But I'll take the 6 points either way. And then Heung-min Son got me a goal. I think he got an assist as well, didn't he? So yeah, 10 points again for Son. Really happy with that. And I made the right decision because I did say in last week's video, it was either going to be take out Maddison and Poro and bring Saka and Simicast, or Gabriel, which again, that one worked out because Gabriel, obviously, he didn't play. Or it was just take Son out for Saka. So thankfully I didn't do that decision and I kept Son. So really happy with that. And then with the strikers, I went with obviously Ollie Watkins, 2 points. Thankfully I did not captain him. Obviously he had Luton, so we all thought he was going to score. I did think he was going to score. So to only get 2 points, yes, it was disappointing, but thankfully I did not captain him. Solanke, really disappointed to be fair with Solanke. Out of the 3 games, I was hoping he was going to score in 2 games, which is the reason why I've got him. And a game for, I think it's game week 13 where I've got him in for. Can't quite remember now. It's either 12 or 13 off the top of my head, I can't remember. But yeah, for him to blank again was disappointing. I was hoping for more, but yeah, unfortunately, just 2 points from him. But thankfully, I kept Erling Haaland. I said in previous videos, keep Erling Haaland. Man United is not a difficult fixture for Man City. Erling Haaland's going to smash it. I did say Man City will probably score 5 goals. They only scored 3 goals, but he managed to get 2 goals and an assist, 3 bonus points. Absolutely smashed it for me. 32 points overall. Thank God I've kept him, and thank God I captained him. So yeah, he's probably the reason why I've got the green arrow mostly. But yeah, really happy with that. So overall then, 74 points, green arrow. I've got to be buzzing about that. Right then, so this is my team selection for game week 11. So we'll start off with the goalkeepers. You can already see it there. Areola is my preferred choice than Turner. Both of them, to be fair, they've got difficult fixtures for this game week. So Brentford away for West Ham for Areola. So that's pretty difficult, to be fair. And then obviously Forest's Turner. They've got Aston Villa at home, which is just as, well, it's probably tougher. But obviously the fact that West Ham away, it makes it more even. So yeah, Areola, I'm not expecting a lot, to be honest. This is, again, I reckon it'll be like 2 points for me. I don't think they're going to keep a clean sheet, especially when you got somebody like Mbeumo in hot form right now. So yeah, slightly worried, but I'm not expecting too much from this. On to my defence now. As you can see, I'm going to be keeping the same back 3 that I had last week. Now, I know Kieran Trippier did blank for me last week, and this week he's got Arsenal at home, but I still think he's got a chance of performing for me. He could easily get an assist in this game. I think he can do wonders for me. I'm going to keep the faith in him. He's been amazing for me so far this season, like he was last season. So I'm going to keep the faith in Trippier. I could have gone for Charlie Taylor, who's obviously got Crystal Palace at home, but I prefer a Newcastle player to a Burnley player. Burnley, yes, obviously Crystal Palace has got the better fixture, Burnley, but they've just been poor. They can't keep clean sheets, so yes, he got a goal, but I can't imagine him doing anything again this week. So I'm going for Kieran Trippier ahead of him. And obviously Dan Burns is going to stay on the bench because I don't want to double up on Newcastle defenders when they've got Arsenal at home. Simicast has got obviously Luton away. Nice fixture there for Liverpool. Again, I think he'll get a clean sheet. I'm hoping he'll get another clean sheet. That'd be great. But yeah, it's a nice fixture for him. So for sure, he was going to be in there. And Matty Cash, he's got obviously Nottingham Forest now. This one is away, so it's going to be slightly tougher. And it is a bit of a derby, to be fair. So it could be a tough game, this. I'm just hoping that he'll manage to get me a clean sheet. Not optimistic, to be fair, though, because I can see Forest scoring. But hopefully he'll get something in this game. So then, with my midfield, I'm going for a 5-man midfield. But as you can see, I've got Luis Diaz here. We don't know if he's going to play. To be honest, I don't think he will play, which I get. If he does, it's a bonus, but I can't imagine him playing. Hopefully he does. But if he doesn't play, then I will be making a transfer. Something I have been thinking about. Obviously, this has come out of nowhere. It's not something I could have predicted when I did my wildcard a few weeks ago. Because I really wanted a Liverpool midfielder / attacker for this game week. And if Luis Diaz isn't playing, then I've got an issue there. I can't afford Salah, obviously. I can't afford Jota, who is what my original plan was going to be as soon as I found out. I just missed out by 0.1 on Jota, which is frustrating. So it probably will be Szoboszlai. I probably said that wrong. But it probably will be him because I can afford him. Yes, he's not the most attacking player, but he's got 4 assists and 1 goal this season. So 5 returns out of 10 games. That's not exactly bad at all. So it will be a gamble. It will be a 2-week punt, if anything, because he won't be in my team long term. It's unexpected for me. We're expecting it. So obviously, if Diaz doesn't play, I'll bring him in. And then at least then I've got a midfielder, I'd say. I was going to say attacker, but a Liverpool midfielder then for Luton away. Hopefully that he does come out of the blue, do like a Douglas Luiz for me and absolutely smash it. Not confident on it personally, but I want a Liverpool player in that position for Luton away. So hopefully Diaz plays, but I can't see it. But I've also got there Douglas Luiz. He's got Forest away. I mean, not a bad fixture, but it is going to be also a tough one. Hopefully he can come up trumps again. Unfortunately, I'm not that confident, to be fair. Like I said, with this Diaz thing, it's completely stumped me now because this week I was going to roll the transfer and then I was going to have 2 free transfers. And then obviously I was going to be taking out Douglas Luiz then, and maybe even Diaz. But yeah, I'm completely stumped on it, but Douglas Luiz will be starting for me, Nottingham Forest way. It's not the worst fixture, to be fair, and he is in form, so hopefully that can continue. Saka's got Newcastle away. I mean, that's a tough fixture. That is a tough fixture, to be fair. Hopefully he can come up trumps. He's a great player. Arsenal are a great team. Obviously, if he scores, that means Trippier loses his clean sheet, but I'm hoping Trippier just goes for assists rather than clean sheets, and that'll work out a real treat for me. So, big game it is, Arsenal against, obviously, Newcastle. So, I'm not expecting too much, but it's not like Saka to hide in big games, so he can still get a lot of points in this game. Son, I mean, it continues, doesn't it? Chelsea at home, I mean, am I confident? Not really. I mean, it's Pochettino going back, well, playing against his old team. I don't know where this game is going to go. Chelsea are all over the place, right? They look decent the other week, and then they just get beaten 2-0 against Brentford. So, I have no idea what Chelsea team is going to turn up. Hopefully, a terrible one, and then Son gets an hat-trick, and that'll do me well. I mean, I'm hopeful. I think he can score in this game. I'm not confident, but I think he can. And then finally, Bruno Fernandes. Number 1, I'm praying he doesn't get a yellow card because I really, really need him for game week 12. Obviously, if he does get a yellow card, he will, muck me up. But Fulham away is a nice fixture for United. I mean, come on, they've got to turn it around eventually because it's just hard to watch. It really is. It really is hard to watch. So hopefully he does obviously do well. Cause this is the reason why I've kept Bruno, like I said earlier, for these 3 fixtures coming up. So do me proud, Bruno, please. And then finally, I'm going for 2 up top for this game week. Slanky, for obvious reasons, he's dropped down to my bench. He's got Man City away. He ain't scoring in that game at all, is he? I'd be impressed if Bournemouth get 2 shots on goal, if I'm being honest. I can't see Slanky getting close to that goal. He'll be closer to his own goal. He's got more chance of scoring an own goal than he has scoring for Bournemouth this game week. So, for sure, he's on my bench and he's going to be third on my bench. That's how confident I am in getting me nothing really. So I've got Ollie Watkins. Hopefully he bounces back from that obviously blank against Luton. I've said it all previously. It's a tough game, Forest away. So and it is Derby. So hopefully, obviously they come up trumps and he gets a couple of goals. That'd be great. Could really do with that right now. So yeah, Forest away. It's a tough game. I mean, I'd take a couple of assists to be honest. He doesn't have to score as long as he gets a couple of assists. That would do me. And then Erling Haaland, he's going to be captain. Bournemouth at home, great fixture for him. I'm expecting goals, if I'm being honest. I think he'll smash it. Hopefully, the fact that he's been robbed of the Ballon d'Or will annoy him, so he'll score an hat-trick to make them look even more dumber than they actually are. So, hopefully he does that and he absolutely smashes it. I think Erling Haaland could get another 30-pointer for me in this game week, which is why it's still crazy to think that people sold him when they got Bournemouth coming up. So yeah, really hopeful that he does that, because a lot of my team I'm not confident about, but they're more for the future. So obviously, likes of Saka, I think will impress in the future. Son, I mean, it's a tough few game weeks he's got, but he's playing up front and he's in form. Bruno's got 3 good fixtures coming up. Hopefully Diaz plays. That work out great for me. So yeah, I'm hopeful, but we'll have to see. I've got a feeling that I could get my first red flag for a while. But anyways, that is it then. That is my team for Game Week 11. Not as confident as I was last week. I was confident at the start of this video, and then I went through the teams, and I'm going, oh yeah, but he's away. He's away. If most of these fixtures were at home, I would be confident, but I've completely forgot the likes of Villa, Liverpool, Arsenal are going to be away, and Man United. So we'll have to see. But let me know what you think of this team. Let me know if there's any transfers that you could recommend to me. That would be helpful, particularly with the Luis Diaz situation I've got going on. Please don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one.